Hi YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel and another video. Now before I go into this video, I'd like you to do one small thing for me. If you enjoy the content on my channel, if you like being part of my little family on here, please click the thumbs up. Give me a like, it's very important. Also, please subscribe if you're new, and if you're already part of the family, then thank you again for subscribing, and I hope you enjoy the content. Now today's video is going to be a perfume haul. Now I'm terrible at trying to explain what the actual scent is about. So I'm going to do a few things. I'm quickly going to look it up as I'm doing you the basic lowdown. And also I'm going to pop the link in the description bar so you can read up on the notes and do kind of all that jazz for yourself. These are some of my favorites that I love. I've got one in here that I really want to ask you guys if you can help me figure out what it is, because I don't know, so bear with me here. And also I've got a few in here that are actually dupes. Well, there's one perfume in particular that I've got two dupes for, one that is close and one that is really close. So stay tuned if you want to know what those dupes are and what perfume I'm talking about. So without further ado, let's get into the perfumes. So I'm going to start with my least favorite, but I love them all. But I'm going to start with the one that I maybe wear the least to the one that is my absolute favorite. So I'm going to start with Tom Ford. Now I've got Black Orchid and Velvet Orchid. Now, when I first, I watch a lot of perfume hauls on YouTube. Mila LeBlanc is one of my absolute favorites, and I just love her. She is the funniest person, but also she's very good at perfumes, and every time I watch a haul that she does and I get the perfume, she is pretty spot on for me. So I definitely recommend her channel if you want to know more perfume, if you want to see more videos on that. I saw a lot of videos on the Black Orchid perfume and I was fascinated. I'd seen so many great kind of reviews on it, so I got it. Now, it is incredible. I think it's definitely like a unisex fragrance. I can see it working on women or men. But for me, as a person, with my personality and with the way I am, it's a little bit too much. So I would wear this, but it would be to something like maybe a business event or maybe something job related. But an evening event, if that makes sense, or like a bit of a social thing, because it is kind of strong and powerful, and it's like boss bitch scent. That's what I'll say. And it's incredible. I really cannot stress how unreal this smells. So Black Orchid is an amber floral fragrance for women and for men. The top notes are truffle and plum. The middle notes are rum, ylang ylang, I don't even know if I say that right, and Black Orchid. And the base note is patchouli. So that's what that's like. Now, I definitely love this, but I just don't feel I've got enough things where I think of wearing it, if that makes sense, just because it's a very strong scent in my opinion. After I watched reviews about this, I ended up kind of as a byproduct watching a few reviews on the Velvet Orchid. Now this is a little bit more feminine, I would say. So for me, love this. This is one that I can wear. Again, it's quite strong, and again I would say it's more of an evening scent in my opinion, but it's a little bit more gentle than the Black Orchid, and it's a little bit more feminine for my taste. So this is definitely one that I love and that I would wear on an evening event. Now I have to say, there was one time where I had a work event and there was a lady there that wore this all the time, and he did just, it's kind of a little bit different on different people. It smells delicious on me, I believe, and I love the smell of it, but this person was wearing it and I think she was overdoing it, and it kind of put me off it a little bit. I've given it some time and I've come back to it now and I really love it again, but I think if you overdo this, if you overspray it and you pile it on, it can be a little bit too much. So Velvet Orchid, the top notes are rum, honey, mandarin, orange and bergamot. The middle notes are black orchid, orchid, jasmine, heliotrope, I think that's how you say that, hyacinth, rose oil, narcissus, magnolia and orange blossom. And the base notes are vanilla, myrrh, suede, sandalwood, Peru balsam, I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering these words, and labdanum. It's a oriental floral, so a little bit nicer. It's a seductive one, but it's definitely a more feminine version of, I'd say, the black orchid. So out of these two, personally, if you like a little bit of a sweeter, like more feminine fragrance, I recommend the Velvet. I'd say get a sample of that. Well, to be fair, I always say try and get a sample of a perfume if you can, because the amount of times I've heard lots of reviews on certain ones and I'm like, oh, it sounds amazing, and then I've ordered it and it's nothing, it's absolutely not my taste. So if you can, get yourself a sample first, or go smell it somewhere. But yeah, I prefer this one. Now my next one that I wear is, it's gonna have to be Hypnotic Poison. And the reason, this is one of my absolute favorites, but I don't wear it very much because, again, it's very much of an evening scent and it's quite powerful. So this is a very special, like, date night, seduction night, in my opinion. And I also don't wear it very much because I do not want to finish this. This is the old style, the old kind of formula, and I know that it's changed, and I really just don't want to finish it. I'm not gonna lie, I want to stay super like cautious with this, but it is absolutely incredible. There is honestly nothing like this, I don't think. Oh, it just blows my mind. So this is Hypnotic Poison by Dior. So Hypnotic Poison is got almond, jasmine, vanilla. Now I'm gonna put the link, but it's probably gonna be the new one. I think it is a little bit different, but it's still very much of an almondy kind of vanilla scent. And honestly, again, try a sample if you can, but this one, I doubt you can go wrong. The only thing I'm going to say about this is you do not want to wear it when it's super hot, because it's very sweet and very powerful, and if you wear it on a hot day or a hot evening, it can just be a little bit like sickly. But it's stunning for date night. Literally, if there was one perfume that I can recommend if you want to like blow someone away, I would say this is it for me. But you've got to wear it with confidence, you know, because it says something about you. So if you don't match that, it's kind of like, you know, does that make sense? You got to wear it with like chest, if that makes sense. The third one, I'm actually gonna say, so this is an Hermes, I don't know how you say it. I think it's Hermes, or is that the American? I'm not sure. But it's L'Ambre de Marveille, French, I believe. This one, last autumn, I read a lot of reviews about this perfume. Now, first of all, the bottle is stunning, so I just thought to myself, if nothing else, I'm gonna have a very pretty perfume. But this is incredible. This is, to me, the scent of everyday autumn and maybe winter. Is unreal. So this has got a bit of a price tag, but it is absolutely worth it. I don't wear it all the time, but again, when I wear it, I definitely get compliments. So this one is a woody fragrance for women. Top notes are orange, elemi resin, and lemon. Middle notes are amber, pepper, pink pepper, and violet. Base notes are fir, cedar, Madagascar, vetiver, and oak moss. It is stunning. And even I love that it's got the, I don't know if you can see it because the light might shine on it, but it's just got the little detail on the top there. The only thing I'm going to be honest about, I just don't like the fact that this has no actual cap, like you just spray it like that. It's still beautiful, but I just don't like that being in my handbag with the open little, I hope you guys get what I'm saying. So my next perfume that I love and wear quite a bit is Mongolon Guerlain. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so feminine and classy. I really, really love this one. Again, I probably wouldn't say this is an everyday, not because I don't want to do it every day, but because I have my favorites. But it's definitely one that when I smell it and when I remember, if I do put it on, again, I love smelling myself the whole day. So that's Mongolon. As you can see, I do use it, but I don't overdo them. And I think as well because they're not the cheapest perfumes, so I really try and use them for special occasions as much as I can, and I'll get myself like a cheaper version or just like a slightly less expensive perfume for actual everyday use. I'm sure you guys know what I'm saying. So Mongolon is a fresh oriental with a gourmand bent. Notes of bergamot, paradisone, a radiant floral molecule from Firmenich, Carla lavender, jasmine, rose, vanilla, sandalwood, coumarin, and iris. Guys, again, I recommend a sample or to smell it if you like, but it is a very, very feminine scent, and it's sweet and beautiful and quite classy. Classy is huge, so if you want a classy smell that I think everybody will appreciate, it is quite sweet. So I think sometimes if you aren't into, you know, if you like a sharper scent, then probably a lot of these aren't gonna hit your spot, but you probably would love that one, the Black Orchid. Okay, so next I'm going to go with Olympia. Oh, so quick story about this one. One of my colleagues was wearing this a couple of years ago, and I remember smelling it on her and thinking, oh, that's nice. And she smelled divine wearing this. And she said, oh, let me put some on. It's this, let me spray some on you. So she did. She sprayed it on me. And I really didn't like it once it was on me. So 2 years ago, I tried this. I think it's about 2 years ago, if not longer. And I did not like it. And then in the past year, I remember seeing some reviews about it. And then thinking, oh, you know what? A lot of people seem to love this perfume. Maybe I should just give it another try. So I went and I went to, I'm lying. I got a little sample of it. Also, I'm going to pop a link in the description for some good sample websites that I get a lot of my samples from. So if you guys just want to try, they're like a couple pounds. Some of them are a little bit more depending on what kind of fragrance you're looking at. But I'm going to pop that link for you guys as well, because I really get tons of samples at once, and then there's so many where I nearly spent like 200-300 pounds on a perfume, and then just as well I got that sample because I would have really not liked it. So I recommend a sample. If you are considering a pricey perfume, get a sample first, please. So anyway, I got a sample of this again, and I really, really liked it. So I ended up purchasing it for myself. And it is beautiful. It is really, really nice. So I'm not really sure. Maybe I was just having an off day. But again, it was years back. So I think our bodies do change as well. So maybe that's what it was. So Olympia by Paco Rabanne is both salty and floral. And it's characterized as fresh oriental, opening with a sparkling green mandarin, aquatic notes of water, jasmine, and fiery ginger lily with salted vanilla in the heart. The base notes are sandalwood, cashmere, and ambergris. The face of the perfume is Brazilian. Oh, you don't care about that bit, do you? But yeah, it's like it really is like salted caramel, vanilla-ish smell. Oh, it really is so nice. I think I have to say this has slowly become like a very good favorite of mine, and I'm amazed that I'm saying that, but it really, really is. So again, one I deeply seriously recommend. That's good for every day as well. You can do date night, you can do winter. I don't know about hot weather. I think this one would be a bit much in a really hot day, personally, I think. Now my next one is, I'm gonna go with this. So this is Olympia Legend. This is new for me. Oh, but I really, really love it. It is quite a sweet one again. Can you guys tell that I really, really like it? It's new as well, so I'm like really addicted to it. You know when you get a new perfume that you really, really like, you just want to wear that one. So the notes for this one. So this is an ample, deep, vibrant vanilla scent which loves skin. The salty nuances of a sweet plum and juicy, and the almond of a tonka bean. So this is an oriental with basically a salty vanilla plum, floral fragrance. Let me just try and find it. Tonka bean. This isn't a very good description, so I apologize, guys. It's like a salt vanilla plum. It's definitely like, they're very similar. This one I'd say it's a little bit like sweeter and more like desserty. This is more like a caramel. I'd say this is more like a caramel, and this is more like a sweet plum. Yeah, definitely, that's probably a better explanation. For the past 2 days I've wore this. I put it on very first thing this morning as well, and I absolutely still smell it quite distinctly. So very good lasting power, I would say. I've only sprayed it once first thing this morning, and I think both of these have got really, in fact all of the ones I'm showing you have got really good lasting power. I don't tend to kind of stick with ones that don't. I have perfumes or like sprays that I just use for my bedroom or for my home, but if they don't last very well, then I don't tend to use them, unless they're a dupe for something I really, really like, in which case I'm going to chat to you about that in a second. The next one is my go-to. So this is my everyday. This is just my everyday. This is me. So this is Chanel Chance. Oh, and it's amazing to me that I've wore this for years and years and years. I used to wear Miss Dior, I think. I can't remember. I think that's the one I used to have. But for the longest time, for years now, this has been my number one. And I also had what's it called? Wait there a second. I also love this one, Jador. This is, so I really, really love this if I'm going for a really classy, a really mature smell. It's incredibly classy. The only trouble is it's too classy and too mature. So the bottle for me is goals, but I don't often wear it. It's just a little bit bland. I love it. Like, I actually love the smell, but it just doesn't do anything for me out there. Oh. It's just a little bit too serious, basically, but still very classy, very lady. Like, if I was married with kids and was just going about my business, then this is definitely something I would wear, and I will wear it again. But basically, this is my everyday go-to. So Chanel Chance, it's a floral scent, the top notes of which are citron and pink pepper. The heart notes are jasmine absolute, iris absolute, and hyacinth, and the base notes are amber, patchouli, white musk, and vetiver. So they are the notes in this one. It's actually quite a simple fragrance, but to me, honestly, again, try a sample, but it's just such a classy, beautiful scent, and this is my absolute, like, this is just my everyday setup. Now, I'm gonna ask you guys in fact, no, I'm gonna leave that till the end, so stay till the end because I need your help with something. My number one perfume, always, so very close favorite to Chanel, but probably I like it a little bit more. I feel bad on Chanel saying that, but I love you both, but it's Baccarat Rouge 540. I'm not saying this for any other reason than I am obsessed with this. And the funny thing, I can never smell it when I just put my nose to it. It just smells like nothing. Oh. But there's magic in this. Like, there's actual magic, I'm sure. So this is my brand new bottle. I've just treated myself for Christmas. This is my number one fragrance. Like, there's nothing I like better than this. So I love Chanel Chance, my absolute next favorite, but this is my bae. This is by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Every spray is precious, so I do not wear this lightly. I wear it for very special occasions, and one of these bottles will last me just over a year. So every Christmas I do tend to just top up. But I mean, the bottle is stunning, is incredible. I love it. And the notes for this is an amber floral fragrance for women and men. The nose behind this fragrance is Francis Kurkdjian, like we said. The top notes are saffron and jasmine. Middle notes are amberwood and ambergris. Base notes are fir resin and cedar. Feel free to read up on this fragrance because it's different. It's like it's a molecular fragrance. So I read up on this quite a lot before I got it because I really loved it, but I saw so many mixed reviews on it. So I was really, before I got the sample, I saw a lot of mixed stuff on it. Some people loved it, some people hated it. So I had to get the sample because for the price point, I was like, I'm not chancing it. For me, I absolutely adore it. What I will say is that when I first put this on, it smells delicious. It smells amazing. I can smell it. I know it's there. After a little while, maybe a couple of hours, I can't tell it's on me anymore, but I know that others can. So I'll be honest in that I stopped noticing it throughout the day, but it's not because it's not there anymore, and it's not because it's not still kind of, the fragrance isn't still noticeable. It's because I get used to it, and I think that's something I've seen a lot of people on the reviews as well. So it reassured me, and also I get compliments when I can't even smell it on myself. Other people definitely can. So just be mindful of that if you do purchase this and then you're like, oh, I can't really smell it on myself. It is definitely there. Now, on this perfume still, on the Baccarat Rouge, I know a lot of people were looking for dupes, and I did as well because I love the smell of it, but I didn't want to be spraying that every single day. It is pretty expensive, and I just wanted something that was going to be pretty similar or as close to that I could wear every day. So initially, when I was looking for dupes, one of the most popular ones that came up was the Ariana Grande Cloud. I'm going to be honest. To me, it's like, yes, it smells a little bit like it, and no. Because it starts off, I think it starts off like it, but then by the end is much sweeter and a different fragrance. Still absolutely stunning, don't get me wrong, I love this. But it definitely doesn't end up smelling like Baccarat Rouge, in my opinion. It's still really cute though. So if you're looking for a dupe, this might do nicely. However, I did not give up on this because I was like, I want something closer and I want something that's going to be better. And then I ended up coming across another video, and it was a guy. I'm going to link it below their video, the guy's video, because for me, I was like, yes. I ended up getting this perfume super cheap, and to me, it's very, very similar to the Baccarat Rouge. And this is what it looks like. And it's called Rosewood Amor by Banana Republic. This was really cheap. I think it's like £20, if that. And it's quite big as well. So I've had it all year, and I've sprayed it quite a few times, and I've still got quite a lot of it in there. And to me, this doesn't start off like smelling like Baccarat Rouge, but within a few seconds, it's very much like it. And then on the skin, to me, it's completely like it. And let me just bring up the notes in this. So Rosewood Amor is a floral fruity fragrance for women. Top notes are raspberry and saffron. Middle notes are jasmine and orchid. Base notes are sugar, ambroxan and moss. Even now, I can smell Baccarat Rouge. It's fresher. I think the difference for me is with Cloud, it's kind of a little bit like Baccarat Rouge, but then it turns sweet. And I think the thing I love about Baccarat Rouge is it's kind of crisp. I feel it's crisp. I know lots of people say different things about it, and it smells like burnt sugar and burnt caramel and like weird things. To me, it's quite crisp and it's fresh. So what this doesn't do for me is once it settles, it turns sweet and it loses that fresh crispiness. It's a weird thing to say. Whereas this one doesn't. It stays those crisp notes that I really love about Baccarat Rouge. So maybe it's because it's got more of the notes that I really like. Whereas the, even though I love them both, they're nice, the Ariana one just turns a little bit too sweet, so then I don't feel I'm getting Baccarat Rouge anymore. Now, this is the last thing I'm going to say now, and I need someone to help me figure out what this is. So this is an alien flanker. And this smells unbelievable. I ordered this, I think it's got to be last year sometime. I was looking up alien and I ended up buying the alien perfume, but I wasn't loving it. So I just wanted like a bit of a more caramelly version of it, like ambery caramelly version. So I ended up purchasing this. I think it must have been off a review or something. And for the life of me, I cannot remember what this is called or like which one it is. I don't know if it's been discontinued, and I've worn this a few times, but I don't want to keep wearing it because if it's been discontinued, I need to be I've been very selective about what to wear this. So if someone knows, what is it? Is it Alien Star? What is this one? Please can someone help me figure this out because I want to get another one. So whoever gets this right for me, I'm going to be eternally grateful, and you'll get a shout out in my next video, I promise. But this is an alien flanker and I adore this. So when I find out what it is, I'm going to put it into another video just to tell you guys what this ended up being. And that is my perfume haul all finished. So I'll pop the links in the description bar for all the ones I've mentioned, and I'd love to know if there's any perfumes that you've tried and loved. Now, as you probably can tell, I'm a bit of a sweet oriental kind of girl, but I'm willing to try different things. And again, the sample websites are really, really good if you're thinking of a fragrance and you want to try it. I've got quite a few that I really like, but I still can't really justify the price tag. So I've got a really, really love one to spend a lot of money on a perfume, and so sometimes I'll just get another sample because I know I'm not going to wear it enough times. I know this is terrible, but I just think, you know, I'm not going to get my money back on some of them. So having a sample is sometimes quite handy of a really pricey perfume. So thank you all for watching. That's the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.